this coming right up on World Sport. Hello again and welcome to World Sport. I'm Phil Jones.
And I'm Bob Pasella. Glad to have you aboard on the weekend edition. And speaking of being aboard, Phil, one of the best is back aboard, so to speak.
Certainly is. It was October the 6th, 1993, when Michael Jordan stunned the sporting world by announcing his retirement from basketball. Exactly 442 days later, he's back. Arguably the greatest player ever to grace the game will pull on a Chicago Bulls shirt once again on Sunday in the NBA against the Indiana Pacers. He left training early Saturday without commenting. Instead, he issued a statement through his agent, simply saying, "I'm back." The Bulls fans are deliriously happy, and they're not the only ones. The coach was more than delighted to hear Jordan utter these words.
He walked in this morning and shook my hand, said, it's a done deal. We're all very happy about this. We think it's going to be great for our basketball club. We hope expectations, which are going to be high, aren't overreaching for what we have as a basketball club. We're just glad he's getting back on the court and going to play. Yeah, he's in an upbeat mood, and I think, that he wanted a tape of Indiana so that he could watch them play. He wanted to know how they played. He wanted to know what we did against them, defensively and offensively. He was right into the game strategy right away. Well, I think after having him on the floor tomorrow, I'll be able to describe it. Maybe won't be able to describe it, but once we see him out there in that red uniform playing for the Chicago Bulls, that'll be the emotional moment we've looked for and we've all waited for.
They certainly have. Jordan inspired the Chicago Bulls to 3 straight NBA championships before announcing his shock retirement in October 1993. He said he'd achieved all he could in the sport, and the Bulls thanked him for his wonderful years of service by retiring his jersey. He tried his arm at baseball, but struggled with the Chicago White Sox development team in Alabama and worked on his skills in the Arizona League. His frustrations came to a head with the Major League strike, and he quit spring training 2 weeks ago. He started training with the Bulls again, and the rumors began. Now it's official, Michael Jordan is back. Interestingly enough, when Jordan retired 17 months ago, he was asked about a comeback and said he didn't believe in the word never. Now we know why.
From one superstar to another, Alberto Thomas.
The name Babe Ruth, for our international audience, perhaps Pele, someone who dominated his sport in such a way that there was almost no debating it. Picture Babe Ruth coming back from the grave and coming alive and stepping to the plate again. Pele again scoring goals in the World Cup. That's about what it's about. A legend has returned. So that's about the best way I can characterize it here in the U.S. and particularly in Chicago and today here in Indianapolis. It's big stuff, Jonathan.
Okay, Jeff Falk. Thanks very much. When we come back, a look at the...
Michael Jordan returning to the NBA after nearly a year-and-a-half absence. The living legend rejoins the Chicago Bulls for their game against the Indiana Pacers.
I think it's great for basketball. It's great for the NBA. And they got to get to the finals for me to play against them again, so good luck to them.
We're going to be fans a lot longer than we'll ever play this game. And to see him come back, it's just going to make a huge impact on basketball and sports throughout the world.
Just to have probably the best guy to ever play this game, still playing in our era, it's just good to measure your standards up against somebody like that.
Once we see him out there in that red uniform playing for the Chicago Bulls, that'll be the emotional moment we've looked for and we've all waited for.
We'll have a look at Saturday's action on the court.
It's a done deal.
What? You're kidding. Oh, the Bulls have got to be loving it.
We're all very happy about this.
Man, think about it. Mike hasn't played in more than a year and a half.
He knows he's going to be tired.
Oh, what a joy, though, for the league and its fans and this show. I mean, if only we could find the right words to express our happiness.
I want to be Mike-like.
I'll be honest, could you have put it any better yourselves? We all want to be Mike-like. Thanks for being with us. Hey, Mike's back on 2 fronts. Mike Glenn back in the house after 2 weeks on the road, and Michael Jordan back with the Bulls. His announcement, 2 words, simple, I'm back. But have you ever seen 2 words cause such pandemonium?
I have never. Very exciting. Everybody's pumped up. Even the old guys want to come back now. Magic is even considering playing again after that.
Unretire? Sure, I'm thinking about it. Barkley says he's staying around another year. We'll get your take on what Jordan's return means to the Bulls after the season and the playoffs progress. But first, let's go to our Tom Kirkland, who is live in Indianapolis, where Michael will play his welcome back game this afternoon. And Tom, it must be nuts there.
It is, Bob. I just happened to be in the area and thought I'd poke my nose in here to the Market Square Arena. Kind of a part Mr. Curious and keen reporter instinct. Guess what? I'm